the era of Russia's no-analog weapons is over. What the Kremlin had called its miracle weapon for years, supposedly capable of changing the course of the war, has turned into a pile of scrap metal. The publication Glavred has released an analysis proving that Ukraine has not only found the weak spot in Russia's latest developments, but has also learned how to destroy them on a large scale. What exactly is it that the Russians have lost this winter? How did Ukrainian engineers successfully outsmart Russian designers, and what do the occupiers plan to throw into battle now that their primary strategic trump card has failed? Right now, we'll carefully break down the technical details of this victory in the shadows.
And for further information, please check out our report. You're watching the Glavred channel, and I'm your host, Yevhen Sero. Please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
As Glavred notes, for a long time, Russia's latest systems, likely guided aerial bombs with new targeting modules or stealth drones, created serious problems for the Ukrainian armed forces. However, the secret behind this wonder weapon turned out to be quite ordinary. Thanks to captured samples and in-depth analysis by Western partners, Ukrainian specialists discovered a vulnerability in the navigation and data transmission system. Now, instead of spending expensive air defense missiles, Ukraine uses specific smart jamming. The result, Russian weapons simply lose their orientation in space and fall in the fields, never reaching their targets. This is not just interception, it is the complete neutralization of the enemy's very concept. What will the Russians do next? Analysts at Glavred offer a grim forecast for the aggressor. Having lost their technological advantage, the leadership in Moscow is once again forced to rely on human wave assaults and outdated Soviet equipment. When the miracle weapons don't work, the enemy is left with only one option: to blanket the front with iron from the 1960s. We are already seeing T-55 tanks and Khrushchev-era artillery reappearing on the front lines. For Ukraine, this means a shift in the overall nature and format of the war, from an intellectual confrontation of technologies to the daily need to process a massive amount of enemy scrap metal. Ukraine's success in countering Russian innovations is a powerful signal to the West. As Glavred writes, this proves that Western technologies in the hands of the Ukrainian armed forces are capable of neutralizing any Russian developments on which the Kremlin has spent decades and billions of petrodollars. This strengthens Kiev's position on the diplomatic stage. While Russia is struggling to modify and update its systems under heavy sanctions, Ukraine is gaining access to the next generation of air defense and electronic warfare systems. We are not just defending ourselves, we are becoming the world's main hub for studying and destroying modern Russian weaponry, which makes our security critically important for all of Europe. The Russians have been stripped of their illusions of technological supremacy. The so-called miracle weapons turned out to be just another PR bubble, which the Ukrainian armed forces have successfully burst. There are still many challenges ahead, but now the initiative in the technological race is on our side. What do you think? Will the Kremlin dare to attempt another modernization, or are Russia's resources finally exhausted? In your opinion, which weapon will be the decisive factor in liberating our territories? Share your thoughts in the comments below.